Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a voiceover of my get ready for just running errands, so it's going to be a simple makeup look. I always like to start my makeup off with a clean base. So my face is already clean and I am adding a moisturizer. It's a vitamin C moisturizer with hyaluronic acid. The second primer I am putting on is the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. I use this mostly for hydrating purposes, so I put that all over my face. And next I'm going to add the L'Oreal Lumi primer. I like to use this just to add like a glow from within to my face. So there's about a couple layers that I like to put on for different purposes. And I also like to press the products into my skin. I feel like this helps it last longer and it actually gets down into your pores. And next I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Pore Primer, and I mainly use this just for the enlarged pores on my cheeks, and then I will use the excess all over my face. I'm going in with my YSL All Hours foundation on my Wet n Wild brush, and this is about the second time I have used this foundation. I got it for my birthday and I'm really liking it. It smells really nice and fresh, and I'm pretty sure it's a medium to full coverage foundation and doesn't look cakey. This is in the shade Warm Almond, and I really like it. I don't put foundation much on my forehead just because I don't have any problem areas up there. I feel like the contouring helps that, so I don't put much on my forehead. And I do a lot of different facial expressions, like opening my mouth like you just saw, just to help blending. I do a lot of blending. I feel like blending is key in making sure it looks all seamless. And we are using the Wet n Wild concealer. I have them in two different shades. One because the lighter one is too light, I feel, and then the darker one is almost the same shade that I am currently, so I like to kind of mix. This facial expression I've learned from a fellow beauty guru on YouTube, Carly Bible, and this is to help so it doesn't sink into your smile lines if you have any. So I've recently just been getting some. And I'm using the Coconut 3-in-1 setting spray, and I use this instead of wetting my beauty blender. I'll use the setting spray as kind of my wet base for my beauty blender. And I am using the Tarteist Pro Glow, the contour shade in Sculpt, with my Luxe Angle contouring brush, and I'm going to contour. It looks a little bit darker on camera than what it actually is. It doesn't look this dark actually in person. So like I said, blending. I will probably go over the same area about 4 or 5 times throughout my entire makeup application process, just to make sure there are no harsh lines. Looks more natural, even though, you know, everyone knows you're wearing makeup. But I also do the cheeks, the forehead, stamping it on my cheeks, and I like doing it on my chin as well, and the jawline. I like this Wet n Wild blush. I've been using it for a while. I'm trying to like finish it up, but I go over this contour Sculpt shade on my cheeks and on my chin again. And then we go in with the cream contouring shade. It is called, pretty sure it's just called Shade. And I use this just for my nose contour. I don't use any brush. I like using my fingers. I feel like it makes it look more natural. And the warmth from your fingers help blend it out. And then I also put the excess underneath my lip just to make it have a big poutier look. Now we're going to use the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette. I use this shade in my crease, and you'll just see me blending. Like I said, I blend to filth. I do not want any harsh lines. I try to just keep my makeup minimal when I'm out. I wear little to none. I try to accentuate just what I already have. Now we're going in with the darker shade, kind of more on the outer corners, and then we'll just blend that in to the inner corner. And I'm using another Luxe brush. Now I'm going to my Natasha Denona palette. I think it's the mini nude palette, and I'm using this shade in the middle of my lid. This is actually the first time I've used this shade, so I'm gonna have to go back in and use it some more to see if I like it, but I really wasn't impressed with, see how you can definitely tell the Tarte shimmer is a little bit more pigmented than what the Natasha Denona looked going on my lid. So I don't know if I need to add some setting spray to it to make it pop more, but we'll just have to play around with it and see if I like it. So far the Tarte shadows are a little bit more pigmented than the Natasha Denona. And I'm also going to use that same color to do the inner corners, the bridge of my nose, and my cubic's bow. I really like to do that. Sometimes I do it on my chin. I don't do it on the tops of my cheekbones anymore. I feel like that's just accentuates texture if you have any. And now I'm just using the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. I like wearing strip lashes, but for something like just running errands, I will just do mascara. I don't do my brows if I'm just running around. And that is the look. Hope you guys like it.